If you're hosting live webinars or live events for your business in order to get more visibility, one of the biggest problems I'm sure you have is to get people signing up for a reasonable price. Nowadays, if you run ads to get registrants for your webinar or your live event, you're paying something around $10 if you are good with your ads. I think that the ballpark is around $10. If you're really good with your ads, you can spend a little less than that, like $7, $8, but usually it's around 10, if not more than that. And it's really difficult to keep everything sustainable if you're spending this kind of money for every registrant that you get for your webinar. Now, with this video, I want to show you one system that I've been using for a couple of months that it works like a charm to get registrations for $1 to $2. And when I talk about registrations, because I know what you are thinking at the moment, you think, okay, but these people are not high quality subscribers or high quality signs ups. Well, it's not true. These people are perfect for my webinar. The show up rate is even better than the one that I used to have when I used to spend $10 per registrant. And they are really relevant to what I speak about in my webinar. And even if they don't show up, in this video, I'm going to show you how to leverage their position to basically sell more in the future. But I'm going to show you exactly what I mean with this, if it's a little confusing at the moment. So let's start with the problem that I highlighted. It's really expensive to run ads nowadays, and it's really expensive to get registrants for your webinar. And if you are running ads to cold leads, if you're running ads to people who don't know you, well, the probability of not showing up is even higher. Now, with this system that I'm going to show you, yes, we are hitting cold audience. But the great thing about this is that they will stay in our ecosystem and they will get warmer and warmer and warmer. So if they don't show up at the first webinar that you do, probably they will show up in the next one. So let's get into the strategy because you're here for that reason. I'm going to move my camera to what I want to show you, like the system that I want to show you. Now, the really curious part of this system is that I'm not running ads for leads. I'm not running conversion ads anymore. I'm not running sales ads anymore for my webinars, at least for my live events. Instead, I'm running ads to make people follow me on Instagram. So I'm running ads to get more followers. I don't know if you ever done it, but if you've done it, for sure you stopped it because it's pretty useless to pay for followers. People will never see your content because normally, I don't want to get into the details, but the algorithm nowadays doesn't reward you for having more followers. And if you've been following me, if you follow my videos here on this channel, you know what I'm talking about. It's not about the number of followers, it's about the relationship you have with these followers. So it doesn't make sense to get followers if they won't ever see your content in the future, right? Well, I'm running follower ads in a different way. Now, I'm a big advocate of a system, of a platform called ManyChat, and I talk about ManyChat a lot. I can't get tired of talking about ManyChat because it works so well for my business, and it's one of the mandatory tools that you need to use if you create content on Instagram or if you use Instagram for your business. ManyChat creates automations for Instagram. And there is an automation that they added as a new feature recently, and it works incredibly well, and it's a game changer. It's one of the reasons why now you need to have ManyChat if you have an Instagram account. With ManyChat at the moment, you're able to send an automated message to everyone who follows you on Instagram. So if you get a new follower, these people will automatically receive a message that you decide, that you shape. And guess what's the message that I send to every single follower I get on Instagram? The invitation to my webinar. So you can already see it here, but let me get full screen so I can show it to you easier. By the way, if you're not using ManyChat, there should be a QR code right now on the screen that you can just scan and start a trial with ManyChat. Otherwise, just scroll down the description of this video and start your account with ManyChat if you're not using it, because really, trust me, if you are an Instagram user, if you use Instagram for your business, you need this tool that I'm showing you right now. Not just for this feature that is a game changer, but for many, many other features that I talk about in my videos. One, for example, is the possibility to send an automated DM to anyone who comment a specific keyword. But I will do more videos about this. This is just about new followers, okay? So look at this. Everyone who follows me for the first time on Instagram, they receive this message that I created. Message is, hi there, or hey there, thanks for following me. I'd like to invite you to my live masterclass on the 20th of January, still my Instagram income formula, how to blah, blah, blah. Would you like to register for it? And then there is a button. Yes, I like that. Why is this message working so well for my new followers? Well, imagine this. I'm running ads to get more followers. If someone follows me, it's because they take a look at my profile. And if they like my profile, if they like what they read on my profile, probably they are interested in the webinar that I'm running, because the webinar I'm running and my profile, they are a perfect match. In my webinar, in my profile, and by the way, feel free to follow me on Instagram if you're not following me, and take a look at my profile, because on my profile, I basically say, look, everything I talk about on this account is how to get clients using Instagram. And as you can see here, my webinar is still my Instagram income formula, how to turn content into paying clients. So it's perfectly aligned with my profile. If someone decides to follow me on my profile and they receive this message, they are definitely interested in the webinar because they are a perfect match for each other. Plus, remember that when someone follows you on Instagram or any other social media, they're excited. You know, the highest level of excitement they're gonna reach is when they follow you for the first time. This is the higher level of engagement and excitement, because they are excited to watch your content. They're excited of what they read on your profile. They're excited for the fact that they are following you. So this is the right moment to send a message with a CTA. There is another type of CTA that I always talk about in my videos here on YouTube, is the CTA connected to your content. Never create another piece of content on Instagram if you don't put a CTA on it. And the CTA could be clear, like the one that I'm putting here in the DM, or it could be not that in your face like the one that you see here. It could be just, look, follow me if you want to watch more content like this, or like this video, or share this video with someone who may like it. You know, it could be something softer. But I want you to get used to the fact that every time you post on Instagram, every time you send a message, there should be a purpose. You always need a purpose to do anything you do on Instagram. If you create content, there should be a purpose behind that content. If you send a DM, there should be a purpose behind that DM. Don't do it just for the sake of making the algorithm happy because you want to get more views, because you want to get more exposure. Look, this is like playing the lottery. You can't control it. But if I have first a purpose and then I create the content around that purpose, that's when the magic happens. All right? So really strong call to action. Look, just click on here if you want to join this webinar. And then obviously if they click, I share with them the link to sign up for the webinar. Otherwise, you know, if they haven't engaged with this message, I send a second message saying, look, there's still the possibility to register. So I follow up as well, okay? And even if I send this message, if they don't click on this button, after 30 minutes, I send another message saying, be sure to register for the masterclass, blah, blah, blah. So I can even follow up to these people. Remember that the power is in the follow-up. People who see a call to action for the first time, yes, some of them, they will click it, but some of them will say, okay, let me take a look, and then they forget about signing up, and they postpone it, and then they forget, okay? So this system is incredibly good, because if you're running ads to get more followers and you have an automation with ManyChat like this, it works automatically. You know, you get followers and they receive an invite. You get followers and you receive an invite. And get a follower on Instagram costs you, let's say, around 50 cents per follower, okay? Every follower you get is more or less 50 cents. what do I do to get these followers? I promote my reels, I promote my content. And then when you run a follower ad, you can put a button in your content saying, if you like this reel, just click in here and take a look at my profile. So that's why it's really important to have your profile set in the right way. I'm going to do another video about this. By the way, I'm going to talk about how to set your profile to get more followers, or at least to make people visit your profile. Click the follow button because it's a no-brainer option for them. I'm going to do another video, so be sure to subscribe to this channel if you're not a subscriber. And I remind you, on this channel, I focus on getting clients with Instagram. So if you're here to get sales, to get clients, maybe you're creating content on Instagram, but you're not moving the needle or nothing is happening in your account, you are in the right place, because I'm going to tell you exactly how to make your Instagram account become a client acquisition machine. So be sure to follow me, be sure to be a subscriber. And again, do one thing, scroll in the description, start using ManyChat because it's a no-brainer. And I'm going to show again the QR code, but trust me, this is a non-negotiable. If you use Instagram for your business, this is a non-negotiable. You need to use ManyChat and you need to put these automations in order to grow your client base and to grow your account. So I'm going to do many other videos about this and other things that you can do with ManyChat, but at the moment, start with this. Start a new follower ad and then create an automation that sends a message automatically to every single new follower. Thank you very much for watching. Any questions you have, just drop a comment down below and don't forget to like this video, obviously. I'll see you in the next one.